Hello everyone, welcome once again to Investing with the Difference. So today we had a big breakout, and this may be one of the most important breakout of recent times on Bitcoin. So let's first have a look. I think all the coins are looking positive. We almost touched $500 instantly, but we are right now around $4,600 and $700 range. More importantly, we have hit $160 billion market cap, which is one of the highest in recent times. Let's go and have a quick look at the chart. So this is what we're talking about, a huge breakout. We were, if you remember in the last video, talking about this trend line which was ready to be broken. We were waiting whether it will come down to this take support here, but instead, as you can see, it was very clear tradable area when it actually closed consecutively 2 days above this trend line, or based on how you draw, I think there can be some small changes, but if you see here, it clearly came out based on yesterday's close, and now we are trading well above this area with the big candle. What happened interestingly is we actually even broke out of 200-day moving average as well as the longer term trend line for a moment, but right now I think it's settling down right above the 200-day moving average, which is very positive. But of course, we still have, for this candle to close, we still have more than 8 hours, so we have to watch out how this happens. I hope it is not a very fast move back. If you remember, we had a similar kind of event last year in October when we were thinking of breaking out of this trend line, but this was mostly by when the BitMEX exchange had gone down, and this was a very manipulative action on Bitfinex which was happening. So I would ignore this. Today I think at least I have not heard any such thing. Of course, the volumes are low. It's easy to manipulate market with low volumes. We did talk about how some of these volumes may not be even real, so that's why it's more about maybe somebody is trying to play around with the money. So we have to wait to see whether this can sustain here, and why it is significant is for multiple reasons. So let me show you. Let's go back and look at the weekly chart. So if you look at the weekly chart, let me go back. So if you see very carefully, many of these patterns like which we are seeing right now. Okay, let's go have a closer look at recent weeks. So this kind of a consistent, every week has closed above, or it has made new highs every week for quite some time now. I think ever since January end, and it was very different from what was happening most of the 2017, where we were going up, trying to break out, and immediately coming down, and it was kind of a wave pattern, versus here it's seeing a very stable up move here. Now this is significant because of two reasons. One is that this kind of a thing only happened, I think this never happened in 2017, I would say. I mean 2018. It happened in 2016 and 17 when we had a huge run. The other thing which I want to show is the shorts. So if you see here, shorts are giving up, the bears are totally disappearing. You see the peaks of shorts on Bitcoin, which we saw last year. Right now we are at all-time low in last 1 year, ever since this shorting has become very popular and the volumes are going up. Let's look at even closely, and in today's move, whatever small short had built up since the last couple of days, they've got killed. And okay, let's do a little more, maybe a month longer. So shorts have been unwinding for some time. So this looks like the big players are already watching out for something since 21st March, and they had been unwinding their positions, not really being short. But when it did not materialize the last couple of days, some shorts started building, and immediately because of this big move, they got killed. Now, while we don't have any more momentum left because the shorts are at all-time low in recent days, so it will be, if we are able to sustain here, this can be fundamentally a big breakout from that perspective. So that is why I think it's significant, especially because, as I told you before in the previous video as well, that we have not closed above the 200-day moving average for a very long time. We have to go all the way back to March 2018 to find a day when we closed above 200-day moving average. So this is why it is significant. So I will watch out, because it is low volumes. As I said before, we have to watch out for at least couple of days for it to close above 200-day moving average, and then I think I would be very much excited about the next steps. Now let's have a quick look at EOS, because that's what we covered last time as a clear breakout. It's much more stronger up move versus Bitcoin, and of course, because of the big jump in Bitcoin, we did see this big candle, and that's actually good and healthy. We did talk about it. After this breakout, it's always good to take support in this zone. The good news is we are not falling back into this channel, or we are actually sustaining above this breakout area, and it's a very healthy chart right now from that perspective, that if Bitcoin sustains and doesn't fall back, we have a very good chance that EOS can have a much bigger rally with this formation. So it's great. I think everything is looking good, and with the kind of one big move which has taken out not only the trend line in short term, it's very close to breaking out of long-term trend line, as well as closing above 200-day moving average. I think a lot of positive things going on right now, and shorts are totally giving up. If you look at it from all the way going back to I think, I don't know if there is more data available, but I think yes, there is some more data. I don't know if the volumes were huge earlier, but I think we are very close to going back to the early days when the shorts had started, and all these peaks we saw in 2017 they are or 2018, those are disappearing. So I would call this kind of a bulls are in control completely for time being, and we are crossing some very significant levels, and this is why I think everybody should be excited. But again, remember, take risks of whatever you can lose. Don't consider this as a trading advice. Do your own due diligence on how to navigate this market, and this is very volatile market, so be careful out there. But let's hope for all the hodlers, all the people who are holding cryptos, that this turns out to be the turning point in this bear market, and we go and scale new highs. Thank you once again for joining. Do like and share this video, and let's all see how these next couple of days evolve and whether we are able to really sustain this up move. Thank you. Bye bye.